Allegations of cops involved in online illegal gambling while on duty, the case unfolding in 2020, and court documents only identified 3 by their initials. Sources within the Guam Police Department confirmed the names of the 4 officers in the Secret Service investigation are Jesse Siniclis, Lieutenant Felix Camacho, Captain Troy Lizama, and Hector Medina. Police Chief Stephen Ignacio telling senators at a recent oversight hearing there are several officers with those initials in his department. An official radio code listing signed by the top cop in February detail his rank and file with those initials. KUAM's Destiny Cruz asked the chief about it.
3 were with the initials FC, including a lieutenant, a major, and a police officer 1. Then you only have 1 with the initials TL, and finally 2 with the initials HM, 1 a police officer 2 and the other a police officer 1. So what do you plan to do with this information, factual information, as you would say, that we're providing now?
When you say that we have people with three people with these initials, 1 person with that initial, and 3 2 others with that initial, that's not factual information. Factual information is when the Secret Service wishes to provide me with the names of the officers that they're investigating. That's factual information. Right now, and I've said this during our oversight hearing. I did have a discussion with the Secret Service, and they've had a discussion with the U.S. Attorney, and they have no concerns about releasing the names to me. But unfortunately, when those names are going to be released to me, I don't know.
The chief adding he is, quote, not going on a fishing expedition to get the names of the officers being investigated. He admits he's leaving it up to the feds. During that same oversight hearing, the chief compared illegal gambling and cockfighting to games like bingo.
I just made a general statement that, there's all types of gambling that go on in communities. And, we talk about these officers, the one that was named and the 3 that were unnamed, and they talk about illegal gambling. But, I have not had nobody from the Secret Service has come down to me and say, this is why this is illegal. This is why this activity is, violates federal law.
KUAM asked Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio about the chief's remarks.
The chief of police compared illegal gambling, to which some of his officers are accused of, and cockfighting to bingo. What do you have to say to that?
Well, I wouldn't do that myself. Bingo is a little different. They're all, maybe to his point, of course, all of them involve a game. But there's, public safety officers have standards that they have to deal with. I think that the case dealing with the law enforcement officers and online gambling is a little confusing because I think that maybe a lot of people don't understand exactly what the law is. But I would expect that the chief of police would have his internal affairs officers look at this.
Tenorio adds officers should feel there is fairness in the department and should use the necessary process in place to blow the whistle if needed.
We have a joint interest in rooting these bad cops out. We see it in the drug industry. Because of the amount of money that's involved and the allegations, obviously, with gambling and the money, that lure, that incentive to turn a good cop to a bad cop.
Attorney General Doug Moylan also chiming in on the illegal gambling investigation.
Bad cops, bad lawyers are bad people. They're lawbreakers. They need to be rooted out in order to preserve the integrity and the respect for we law enforcement officials. And I, of all people, support the Guam Police Department, the good officers. I support the chief of police, his decisions that he has to make both as a manager of his organization as well as one of the top law enforcement officials in our community. This gambling issue, these allegations against police officers who use their positions to break the law, we are aligned with going after them.
The officers identified in the illegal gambling investigation remain on duty, despite claiming to not have the names of the 3 only identified by their initials. The chief told senators an internal affairs investigation is underway.